Okay, so some of the PGIS methods that you use might mean that you're asking the same question of lots of different people repeatedly. In those situations, another thing to consider preparing in advance are recording sheets, so you can actually capture that information in the same way every time and make sure that everybody that's doing the survey with different people is asking the same questions. So here's an example from some work that I've been recently doing, and it outlines the questions that we were going to ask people, some information about those people that participated in terms of their age and gender and where they worked, and where we were actually carrying out the survey with people. So we made these in advance, and it made sure that everybody that was asking the questions asked the same thing of everybody that participated, and we recorded all the information we needed. So recording sheets can be useful for some of the methods we'll show later. Depending on the method you pick, there's some other things you might need to prepare in advance. So some of the rapid methods that we're going to show you need to include things like recording flags that allow participants to locate the places they want to talk about, and these ones are numbered so that you can actually identify what they're talking about on a recording sheet. But you might not want to use flags. You might be doing things like stickers or other ways of getting people to draw, in which case pens, obviously vitally important, might be obvious, but don't forget pens. Depending on where you're working, you might also want to consider doing things like taking an audio recorder along. So if you're in a focus group in a meeting room, this might be a really good way of capturing what people are saying without you having to take lots and lots of notes. They're reasonably cheap now, and they can be a really good resource. Not so great if you're outside, because wind noise and other things can interfere with them, but they are really useful. I also take lots of resources like clipboards and other facilities like that, depending on what I'm doing. So just make sure before you go out and actually engage with the community, you've thought about the purpose, the process you're going to use, and the resources you'll need to actually complete that, so that you're relaxed about doing that and can actually concentrate and focus on actually running the PGIS group with the people to get the most out of that.